Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about what to do when you feel stuck. I think all of us, one way or another way, in some areas of our life, we feel stuck. We don't see a way out of that situation. Sometimes we feel stuck financially, sometimes we feel stuck spiritually, emotionally. We feel stuck in a relationship that is lacking respect, mutual understanding, or we feel stuck in a marital relationship where we feel there is no love anymore. There are so many situations that we can feel stuck in this life. So what should we do when we feel that way? There are many Bible passages that we can look into, but I picked one particular Bible passage from John chapter 5, when Jesus goes up to Jerusalem at the gate, which is called Sheep Gate. There is this pool. The pool in Aramaic is called Bethsaida. There are different pronunciations of the word, but it really doesn't matter. So different people, sick people, paralyzed, blind, they would lay down near the pool, and the angel time to time would stir the pool waters, and whoever was able to get into the pool while the angel was stirring the waters, they would get healed. So this man was there for 38 years. That's what the Bible passage says, that chapter. And he was not able to get into the pool on time. When Jesus saw, he had compassion, of course, and it was really obvious that the man was waiting near the pool for a long period of time. And he was paralyzed, laying down in his bed, and he couldn't get into the pool. Jesus asks him a strange question. He says, do you want to be made well? What kind of question is that? But it's very important, and we can draw three lessons at least from this Bible passage. Number one, when we feel stuck, just like that man, when we feel paralyzed, we are not able to do anything, we have to really have deep desire to wanting to get unstuck, untangled, or released. That's why Jesus is asking him, do you really want to get unstuck? Do you want to be made well? He's been there for 38 years, and it's almost like he got used to that situation. I remember in my hometown in Armavir, the little town of Medzamor where I used to live, there was this like specific smell, and those of us who lived in the town, we got used to the smell, and we didn't notice it, and it was something that we were able to live with. But when people would visit, they would start complaining about this horrible smell, but we didn't feel it anymore. So it's the same thing when we are in a situation when we are stuck, and we are stuck with this smell in the relationship, in the spiritual struggle, or in any other area of our life. We are kind of okay with the smell in that situation. We become accustomed to being stuck, to being in a paralyzed state. So Jesus says you have to have that inner fire of desire to be unstuck. Otherwise, I will not do it against your will. I cannot do it by force. It has to be something that comes from within you. And the man, of course, says, of course, I want to be made well. But before it happens, the second lesson we learn is in this man's response. He says, well, every time I try to get into the pool, when the angel starts stirring the waters, no one is there to help me. And by the time I get there, it's too late. He starts blaming others for his situation. That's another thing, that we have to shift the blame from others. We have to stop pointing fingers onto others for our situation, and we have to just accept the accountability and the responsibility of our situation on our own, and we have to shift that blame, and we have to quit finding excuses for being stuck in a situation. And the third lesson, of course, we learn when Jesus says, get up, and take your bed and walk, and the man does it. So the third and perhaps the most important lesson that we learn from this Bible passage is that most likely when we ask Christ to help us, to unstuck us from a situation, to release us from a situation that we are in, we have to be ready to give up our own agenda, give up our own ways, our own plans, our own things that we have in mind, and obey to both to Him, and obey and do what He tells us to do. Let's follow these three simple tips, because I'm sure, like me, everyone else feels stuck in a certain situation, and we all need God's help to really release us from a situation. But we need those three things. We need to have that inner, deep, strong desire to be made well, to be released from a situation that we feel stuck in. And the second thing, we have to stop blaming others and finding excuses. And the third and the most important thing is to obey to Christ and to do what He tells us to do. God bless you all.